Hi, answer me this. Would you like to be one step ahead of the game? If so, then take some time to watch this short video. It will help you to achieve exactly that.
Okay, hello and welcome back. Chris here once more, and in this video I want to talk about the opportunity itself, because before we dive into the system, I want you to understand exactly why Flash and why now, because I want you to understand exactly what makes this opportunity such a perfect opportunity right now. And the reason for that is that this is a $450 billion opportunity that's about to come in the next few months. And this is going to be the biggest year for e-commerce ever. The next 3 months are going to be the biggest 3-month period for e-commerce that's ever happened. And what you're going to be doing is making money with something new and proven. In fact, me and my students have been making money with this method and variations of this method for over 14 years now. We're going to be targeting YouTube with this method, but this method actually predates YouTube. It's just constantly changing each and every year. And what you're looking at now is the latest iteration of the system, targeting the biggest ever period for e-commerce. And so what we're going to be doing is profiting by jumping in front of e-commerce buyers just before they buy. So we're not going to be trying to convince them to sell. We're not going to try and teach them about the product. We're just going to find people who are already about to make a purchase and jump in at the last minute and take a commission. And so this is a very simple, very low competition method. It only takes a few minutes per day. And what we're going to be doing is getting free buyer traffic and then selling products. Now you'll notice the selling products part is actually in brackets, because you can even just make money from YouTube ads, from being part of the partner program. You can apply these methods to really any type of product. But really the key thing here is we're going to be tapping into buyer traffic, which we can leverage however we want to do. And the reason that we can actually target this opportunity, and the reason we want to do it right now, is because of 5 stars that have perfectly aligned right now. And I've come up with a little pun here to sum this up: cash, clicks, clocks, combos, and cameras, which basically gives us a 3-month window. And so what I'll do now is explain exactly what I mean by those 5 C's and why you should be so excited about this opportunity. So the first opportunity really relates to e-commerce itself, because the next 3 months are going to be the biggest 3-month period that e-commerce has ever seen. So this is really going to be the biggest ever cash spike. And the reason for that is because of multiple cash waves that are coming in the final quarter of 2021 and the first quarter of 2022. We have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. These are 2 huge online sales days. But then we also have Christmas and the holiday season. And of course, people spend a lot of money online when it comes to Christmas and the holiday period, not just on presents, but also on discretionary purchases. If you're anything like me, I just spend a ton of money around this period. And a lot of that is going to be online. And then lastly, we have the post-pandemic bounce back, whereby trillions of dollars are being released back into the economy now that, restrictions are starting to lift. People are starting to feel more confident. Consumer confidence is rising. And so all of that money is flooding back into the economy. And a huge portion of it is going online on these types of products that we're going to be selling. So the conclusion here is that people are going to spend, according to some industry analyst estimates, people are going to be spending over $400 billion in the final few weeks of 2021. And so e-commerce is going to explode in these last few weeks. And so you'll remember the saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. Well, for that reason, we want to dive in and start making money with e-commerce right now. So that's opportunity number 1. Opportunity number 2 relates to the type of traffic that we're going to be targeting, and that's YouTube traffic. Now, every day people research products on YouTube, and you can kind of think of YouTube as the final stop people take before proceeding to the checkout page. They're very, very close to buying, and they just want to learn a little bit more about what the best product to buy is, or to have a review that kind of reaffirms their purchase, and then they're going to go ahead and buy. Now, they may not buy the product that they're searching, but they are almost certainly going to buy a similar product to the ones that they're looking at, no matter what we do. And this is really, really important, because unlike traditional kind of digital marketing, where we really try and sell people and we use a lot of copy and fancy words and media and all these kinds of things to try and convince people to buy, you don't need to do any of that when it comes to these e-commerce buyers, because they are already pre-sold. They have made a certain decision that they're going to make a purchase, And all we want to do is to get in front of them. So the first thing here is that this is buyer traffic basically. The second point is that the traffic is also absolutely massive. For example, I went over to YouTube and searched iPhone 13 and I found over 100 videos with a million plus views. I actually stopped counting, I think around number 140 because there was just so many of them. And that's just one product. There's over 3 billion searches done every single year on YouTube. It's the number 2 search engine after Google. It's ahead of Bing. It's ahead of all the other sites. It's just a massive, massive search engine, and people search for products all the time on YouTube. And so what we want to do is to try and rank for some of these keywords to get traffic. However, the competition is very high for some of these keywords, such as iPhone 13. And so while this is true, YouTube is a great traffic source, we need to think laterally a little bit in order to actually tap into this traffic. And that brings us to opportunity number 3, which is infinite keyword combinations with low competition. So it is true that competition is very high for iPhone 13, but there's actually infinite related product keywords. So it's not just people searching iPhone 13. Perhaps they're searching top smartphones 2021, or top iPhones, or top smartphone cameras, or smartphone with the best battery life, or there's just so many different ways to find that one product. In fact, I'd estimate that there's over 100,000 different possible search combinations that a buyer could enter on YouTube to find an iPhone 13s or whatever it is and conclude that that's the product they want to buy. So what I recommend is you want to target the keyword top product 2021. So top smartphone, top Bluetooth headphones, top lightweight laptop. And then you'll notice we have this year as well, which I'll come on to in just a second. And I call these variations of keywords product genre keywords because they describe a class, a genre of product. So rather than targeting iPhone 13, we're going to be targeting a keyword like this. And the reason that we're going to do this is because there's not really many ways to say iPhone 13. There aren't really too many ways to say PlayStation 5, but there is an infinite number of ways to say smartphone. So you can have top smartphone, smartphone with the best battery, smartphone with the best screen, highest resolution smartphone. There are so many long tail variations that are still buyer keywords, and that therefore means that we have a much better chance of ranking for these keywords. And so that's kind of the third opportunity, is this massive expanse of different keyword variations that happen on YouTube. But the fourth opportunity is perhaps the most exciting one of all, which is what I call the annual YouTube keyword reset. So YouTube has billions of these product review videos that are already there. You can already go and search iPhone 13, you can search top smartphone, you can search top lightweight smartphone, or whatever it is, and you'll see tons and tons of different videos there. However, product ranges change all the time. There's always new phones, new laptops, even products that you think of not really changing all that much, like toasters and things like that. Do you still constantly go through these product cycles? And so for that reason, the videos themselves quickly become outdated. And what that means is that people, and YouTube as well, so it's not just people doing these searches, it's YouTube prompting people. People add 2021 to their searches. So let me just go over to YouTube, and you can see I've prepared this search here, which is best iPhone to buy in 2021. And by the way, I didn't put this fully in. I just put best iPhone, and straight away YouTube's, best iPhone to buy in 2021. So if I click on this, you can see that we have videos from 2 months ago, 10 months ago, 1 million views, 180,000 views, 20,000 views, and so on and so forth. Now, if I scroll back up, and I just want to show you something, I changed this to 2022, and actually let me just arrange this by recency. So arrange by upload date, and then we'll scroll back down. And you can see the first match has, and this is, the only one that really actually relates to this keyword. You can see the next one is a projector, and then the next one is best mobile phone of 2022. So, for iPhone 2022, the actual iPhones themselves, This video here, which is 8 seconds long, by the way, is the one that is the closest match that's recently been uploaded. And you can see that the channel has only got 75 subscribers. The video has got 820 views in 13 hours. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to this opportunity. That this is basically a blue ocean, okay? There's almost no competition for these keywords, and all of this inventory that's been built up over the last, 15 years that YouTube has been online for these types of keywords is about to become obsolete over the next few weeks. And as you can see, people are already searching 2022 in their keywords, but there's no one there, okay? And so this switch is about to happen, but almost no one has created content targeting these keywords. And what that means for us is that we can rank #1 for these keywords very quickly and very easily, just like this guy here with his 8-second video that's getting, 1,000 views a day, even though he has no channels, no subscribers on his channel. And so we can do it with 1/10 the effort and 1/10 of probably even less, probably 1/100th of the competition that we would normally expect. And that's really important because we're going to be using a lot of automation when it comes to this method. And so if we had to create a phenomenal video with amazing content and all these things, we probably wouldn't be able to do it with the AI and the automation and the copy and pasting and all the other things, all the other shortcuts we're going to take. But because of this part of the opportunity, it lowers the bar and it allows us to actually take advantage using the automation and the system that I'm about to dive into. And then the final point, or the final opportunity here, is that people are already sold. So really all we need to do is to flash a nice picture at them. And again, let's just go back to this example. This is 8 seconds and this is a picture, and I'm not going to watch the video, but if I do, you'll see it's just a nice video showing the iPhone. That's literally all it is. And so the people who are watching these videos, the people who are running these searches, are already going to buy, okay? And this is really, really important. So by the time your video appears in front of people, they are already buying. And what that means is that there's absolutely no selling required here. In fact, you don't want to sell people, because if you give them the impression that you're doing anything other than just being informative, then you're going to really put them off. And what this means for us is that we can literally just copy and paste pictures and text summarizing products, okay? So we're literally going to be summarizing products with the campaigns that we're going to be launching. But really, with that being said, the one thing that we can control is the picture, okay? So from the testing that we've done, from the campaigns we've launched in the past, we can tell you that the picture, the photo, or rather the photos, if you're going to be having multiple products in your videos, are the most important element. Really, everything else you're going to be doing here, it's all copy and pasting, but it's really all going to be data entry apart from the pictures, which you have control over. And that's why we do recommend that you pay particular attention to the photos that you paste into the software. And we say that a nice photo is very often the thing that pushes buyers over the edge. So as you're about to see in the training below, pretty much everything else is done for you, but a solid picture choice for your #1 recommendation is going to be really important. So in the next video, I will take a moment to explain exactly how we got to this point and the history of this opportunity, and then we'll dive right in with the training. So thanks again for being a Flash member, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Thanks for watching our video. I hope you got a lot from it, and I hope to see you soon.